Hey, Mike. Michael. You don't have his voice turned on.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Are you gonna be in Elizabethton tomorrow at your store?
Am I going what?
Are you gonna be at your store tomorrow? I was up our dad missed you.
Yes.
All right, I'll be up tomorrow.
Okay. Is that a good thing or bad?
For me, I hope it's good.
How about that?
I just need to order some windows and doors.
Okay. We'll get together. Who are we waiting on? Shannon? There's Wes. Hello, Wes.
Hey, Mike. How's everybody?
Well, I think we're all doing pretty good.
Good.
We have some Kim and Shannon.
I just see you two. Who else is on here?
Missing Kelly.
There you are.
Kelly yet.
I'm here.
All righty. I
Didn't
guess we're
see
just,
you.
I guess we're just waiting on Shannon. Well, there you are, Dr. Acuff. You're big screen now.
Oh, wow.
How about that? I knew the money carried some extra benefits.
All right. My $1.25 an hour.
Hey, Wes, is that your new computer?
Yeah. Yeah, I've used it 3 or 4 meetings already, Mike.
I was gonna go get mine today. I may do it tomorrow. It looks good.
Yeah, it's working out pretty good. I've had Blanning. We done it on Blanning. Then done it something else. But yeah, you have to have it by Thursday. Well, you
I know. I've got this. I've got my business one. City's breaking down Bob and getting us iPads.
Oh, really?
I think we'll save enough in 1 month from printing that'll pay for the iPads.
Yeah, we had to do something.
Oh, it's crazy.
We had a meeting last month, and some were at the city hall, and you couldn't hear a thing they were saying, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't good. So I think somehow Daniel come up with these.
I guess Shannon's going to get on here shortly, isn't she?
I hope so.
We got to have her so we can have the meeting, don't we?
Pretty much.
Might be good to have an animal shelter director join us. Hey, while I've got a couple of the city's finest, can I ask you all a question?
Go ahead.
Depends on what it is.
Well, being that it is the entryway into Elizabethton, is there any way that you all can get the beautification committee or at least the groundskeepers to do something with those curbs down there as you come on to West G Street from the intersection there?
Just talked about that today.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of weeds is all we've
Yeah,
got. And I mean,
we're going to try to propose, Mike, either to concrete it over or the plan was calling for put grass and shrubbery, but we've got so many people through it, even with grass and shrubbery, I don't think it would look too good. And we're going to try to propose maybe to concrete it, maybe paint it or something. I don't know.
okay.
That's a
I
T.
told Daniel I took him about 5 pounds of wildflower seed. And I said, why not do it like we did in Asheville? You know, when you go over there, they've got all their exits. They've got wildflowers out. I don't want a bunch of weeds, and we can't keep it mowed, but we've talked about it. I know several times.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think it would really look good and everything. Well, I believe we might have Shannon. Shannon, are you with us?
I'm here.
Well, how about that? Well, I was going to make a comment. If you can't get it concreted over, if we can get a few hemp stores in downtown Elizabeth, and we could do some growing down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
And the proceeds could go to the animal shelter if the right board gets a hold of it. Right, Kelly? Yeah, your audio seems to be off. Are you off?
Yes,
Okay.
I turned mine off because my dogs are out.
Okay. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get started if everybody's ready. It is good to see all your all smiling faces. You might want to turn me off. I'm probably the worst looking of the group, but I do thank you for joining here with us. Shannon, if you will, I'll let you just go ahead for the record and call the roll so that we can have that done. Does anybody know where Kim is?
No.
No. Okay, let's go ahead. Shannon,
Chairman Mike Barnett,
present.
Dr. Bob,
Present.
Kelly Collins,
Present.
Son,
Present.
Kim Birchfield,
There he is. He's connecting.
Hello.
Mike, can you hear us? Hey, there you are.
Hey, Kim, can you hear us?
About to count you out.
Hear you good.
Mike Simley, can you hear us?
I can, present.
Okay, perfect. Wes Frazier,
Here. Did you get me?
I got you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we all good?
We're all there.
Alrighty, we've got the minutes in front of us that Shannon emailed out earlier. Have y'all had a chance to look at them?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Alrighty,
Make
all in favor, I guess aye, and so we'll go ahead from that. I will get a copy and sign them for you, Sonia, if you want to come by and get one.
I will,
That'll be
thank you.
fine. Okay, that'll be good. The only thing I did want to bring up from the past minutes was that I don't have on my agenda, and I don't know if you all got my agenda and looked at it because it's very, very brief, is the rabies clinic. Shannon, did you bring that up to Dr. Ashley or anything? Is that been entertained again?
I did speak with Dr. Ashley, and she had mentioned that she's interested in this clinic. It's just when we can go, at least numbers, just because of the parking and the people there at the shelter. So she take another look at it. Hopefully we can have something maybe late October.
Okay,
I don't know if you all had heard, Grayson from the health department has came by on some cats that we had that had bit previous people before that they got there. Kitten, not at our shelter. There's a kitten at Washington County that tested positive, and there was also Washington County that tested positive. And these are very young animals, and I personally am sending one off tomorrow that happened to act very disoriented when it came in, very sick, obviously, but it passed on Sunday morning. Suspicious, so it's no cost to anybody, but we're going to go ahead and send that on out and just by one of the employees.
okay. All righty, well, thank you. Well, we'll go ahead and continue to discuss that. But of course, October will be here before we know it. So might keep that in mind. And if some of the friends group and stuff can help you with that clinic, if you would like to try to work around it, or a 2-day or however, or set it by appointment only or whatever, we can do whatever you and Dr. Ashley and the staff feels is best to do. Okay. All righty. Shannon, do you want to give us some of your updates and stuff as far as numbers and what you found out on the kennel repair and just different things?
So our number around 30 dogs and about 78 cats cats and kittens account. But we took in a few more dogs and litters of kittens since then, so our numbers have increased. But we're hanging. We did speak with them about the dog runs. They were trying to make some kind of contraption, get a piece off of the, anyways, we have a leak where that the hydrant is, that it's about 6 to 8 feet down. They didn't have to bust up the concrete. Well, that failed. We have, from where that the leak was, it was filling up the water going down to our pump. So I really don't know if the grinder pump's working because they turned that hydrant off. So now they're gonna have to bust the concrete up down there on the new dog runs. Water leak. So they're in the process of getting there, but it was a very messy. Sometimes there was 2 to 4 inches that was standing down below the new. You know, we'll work on it. We'll see what happens. From there, Trademark is still trying to determine if the grinder, or if this will solve the issue with that. So, our numbers as far as adoptions, we're still having good adoption. We're still working by appointment only. We did have some concerns with control, and I couldn't figure out, on the 4th of July, we didn't have animal due to the girl on animal control. She just decided she wouldn't do it that day, that weekend, whatever. But since then, we've been getting more calls to the shelter, and somehow they're getting my personal cell phone. They've called me all weekend, and I couldn't figure out why I kept getting calls, but so I said, well, we don't have an animal control officer on call. We haven't for several days, weeks. And so I called Dexter and I said, are you aware that there's something going on? No, everything's fine. I said, no, you might probably want to call and check it with somebody because it's not fine, because I'm getting off. So he called back a few minutes later and he said, I'm sorry, you're correct. I have 4. One. And the one they're having to pull to the jail as a officer, a jailer from time to time, so that cuts his shift as animal control. I have had some city PD that has worked shelter when we didn't have animal control. Very nice, very concerned. You know, I don't mind officers calling my cell phone at all, but calling my cell phone, then, you know, I just got to where if it was that. All in all, our heat seems to be going very well. We've turned quite a few things down in the morning times. We are letting things of the evenings. It's staying a pretty decent temperature for all the kids that we've had in. So all in all, the shelter is actually going well. The staff's staying healthy, and we're remaining by appointments only. So all in all, we're still hanging in there and everybody's doing well.
Does most of the board, Shannon, know about your security updates and stuff?
Okay, so last time we spoke about having some security cameras, additional security cameras put in with the grant money that the county got. So that was approved through the county commission. So we went ahead and I asked Brad Burke what account that number I needed to put down so it comes out of the right account. So Brad gave me those account numbers. So we went ahead and put in 2 new cameras, and we moved 2 cameras for a total of excuse me, 4 more coverage areas. So our shelter is complete at this time. And so I did put in for the computer upgrades, but they're still working on getting all that equipment in. In the meantime, I did contact Daniel with the city, and he is the city manager, right? Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So I spoke with him about the upgrades and, you know, that if somebody said something in the end, you know, why that we did the upgrades and how the funding came for the upgrades. And he suggested that anything going forward that we need to have an agreement. Anything that is capital maintenance that we can have an agreement or let them know ahead of time so they can be for it if it comes about at the end of the year, that they'll be prepared to pay half of that money back. But I don't believe this is considered capital maintenance. This is just routine maintenance. So, and it's covered under the grant funding. So I don't think that there should be an issue there. So the only thing that we are lacking now is actually the computer system, and we should be, there's no more cap.
I lost that last statement. You seem to be breaking up, Shannon. At least with me. Are you all noticing the same thing?
Yeah, I'm losing her.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Not sure why. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's very sporadic. It's like you go pretty good for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you stop, and we catch you about 5 or 10 second delay.
Okay, sorry. It may be
I
the
don't
internet
know.
here.
It could be. How is the feral and community cat program doing too? That was something I wanted us to look at that again.
So Thursday will be our 3rd trip to ASPCA of Asheville. Every trip has been full. We have the trips booked out through October, and we have a list for every Thursday up until the end of October.
And that's about 25 cats per trip.
That is 25 feral or community cats per trip. Plus, we're adding some of ours on per trip as well.
That's great.
People have been very, very appreciative of the program. They're very pleased with the way the cats are coming back. They are pleased with the incisions that they're getting, the service that they're getting while the cats is there, the condition of the cats once they return. We have only had one cat that we've taken to LM or ASPCA that literally was feral. We had one that was in a kennel that literally come out of the kennel. This was our first trip there with these feral cats, and we had just discussed, boy, I hope one of these feral we're going to be in a real pickle if this happens. I never got those words out of my mouth, and I turned around and looked in the glass, and there's a cat standing and meowing at us now. So we just had to stop. Jolene had to go through the van to get back to the back, and it was tickled to death. It just wanted to be part of the cockpit, I guess. So it's all went good. I can't complain at all. And in Asheville, they said there has been only.
Did we lose her?
Not dangerous, just mean. The rest of them, some of them, when they bring them on Wednesday nights, we take our carriers and put them back in the traps on Thursday mornings.
Question. You would have to take them back.
You have to take them back, Kim.
Good
If
try.
not, we deliver.
Kim, you could start a rescue. I think that would be a noble project for you.
I'll worry about the, never mind, I won't go there.
Shannon, is most of this being individual people, or is there any groups helping people get these cats together, or how, what have you noticed?
It's mostly individuals, what we've came across so far. The individuals are trapped in their traps. They are, some of them are bringing them in carriers. One of them brought us a feral cat in a cat bag. It was a luggage bag. And so Jolene and I just kind of stood and looked at each other. No. She put it on the van, the lady did, and it sat there. So it was not feral at all. But we took and put it in a hard plastic carrier before we left because you never know what's going to spook them along the way. We did have one lady that brought in 4 from out at Pleasant Beach area, Pleasant Beach Road. And she said, I appreciate you all helping with this program. She said, but do you think you could come next Thursday and trap the next 4 for us? Jolene said, ma'am, we get here at 5:45 and we would love to help you further, but we just don't see the 2 of us being able to come and trap your cats for you. So it was all good, but they're there waiting at 10 o'clock sometimes, or they when we're back to pick the cats up. That's one thing I feared of, was getting stuck with that. Thank God it's not happened yet, and I hope it doesn't.
That's good. Okay, anything else, Shannon?
I really can't think of anything we have addressed. We do need to come up with a plan for the city, that if we do have a capital improvement, we need to know where to go and how about getting that information to the city. Sorry, I have a little girl who is and she thinks it's her bottle time. Anyone want this little girl?
That's cute. Wes, is there any input from you on the city side, what we need to be doing, or do we just need to go through, the city manager and all that stuff normally?
I agree with that's what we need to do. I don't know if Wes is still there, but that's
Yeah,
why
he's muted right now. I can't hear him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had spoke to Daniel a week before last, and he said he'd just like to have an update so we can, when we do a capital improvement, so we can, get the money pulled. Because he said we had no clue this time where this was going, and they just sent a bill over there, and he was questioning me about it. And I told him it was just some improvements. So we just need to get more info with him and, communicate a little better with him.
Okay, good deal.
And I'm sorry, I was muted. My dogs are here.
All right. Okay, board, do you all have any basic comments or anything you want to discuss? Everybody's quiet. Is that the way it's going to stay?
I'm back.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. Do you have anything you want to say to the board now that you left us?
Well, I don't know what you talked about.
Well, we talked a lot about you.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it wasn't good either.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, if we don't have any other comments and anybody has any concerns, I guess we can thank Abby for hosting us and come up with the date for the next meeting, which is what?
I think through the end of September, we're still on Zoom. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
We don't have a clue about October.
I don't
Not-
think yet.
Not yet. And if the governor follows the pattern he's been doing, it will be that last week of September before he announces.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and set the meeting, which will be what?
October 13.
Yeah. Getting ready for Halloween. Do you want us to all dress in our Halloween outfit?
That would be great.
All righty.
I'd
Well,
love to see that.
Especially if we're doing Zoom.
Well, I'm wearing mine now, so we'll
Absolutely.
go on. But I guess we'll do the same thing at 6 p.m. and it may be Zoom or it may be in person, but I'm sure we'll have some discussion before then, correct?
That's correct. And if anybody has any extra cats that'd like to donate, just take them to Kim's house.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, how about that, Kim?
no.
All righty. Well, I guess we'll entertain a motion.
So
All righty. Well, guys, thank you all very much for being a part of the board. These are quicker meetings than we have in person, so maybe we
Yeah.
can move on.
This is just, this pandemic's killing everybody and everything.
I know it. It's aggravating, but hang in there, guys, and we thank you again. And Shannon, thank your staff for everybody on the board.
I
Thank
certainly
you.
will. We appreciate you all.
Yeah, we
Thanks, Mike.
appreciate Shannon.
Y'all have a good evening.
see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See ya, bye.
Bye. Thanks, Abby.